Hi everyone, I'm very happy to introduce you to MFIN1021, Fundamentals of Finance. In this short video, I'm going to answer 3 questions that you might have. First, what does this question cover? Second, what might be challenging for students in this class? And third, what do students say are the most valuable things that you learned from this class? So first, let's start with what does this class cover? As you might have guessed from the title, this is an introductory class to finance. And at a high level, it covers the fundamental principles of financial management and financial markets. So financial management is the study of how do managers make financial decisions such as which projects should a company invest in and how should a company raise capital to pay for those investments. The class also covers fundamentals of financial markets, how do financial markets work, what are the difference between financial instruments such as stocks, bonds, etc., and how do they work. Who are the participants in financial markets and how do they interact with each other, those being individuals or households, retail banks, investment banks, hedge funds, or governments. At a more detailed level, the class has 3 parts to it. In the first part, we study the importance of time. We ask, how do we value cash flows that arrive at different points in time? And we ask, what type of cash flows should firms and investors care about? In the second part of the class, we study the importance of risk. We ask, what's the value of a project with a risky cash flow? How do firms make budgeting decisions when their sales and their profits are risky? And finally, in the third part of the class, we put all of those things together. We put together both the study of time and the study of risk. This allows us to study more complex situations where we can study valuation decisions and financial policy decisions. Right. So the second question that you might have is, what might be challenging for students about this class? So the first thing to note is that a prerequisite of this class is Accounting 1021, Financial Accounting. The second thing to note is that finance classes are different from many other classes that you might take in college. It's not a biology or a chemistry class where you have to memorize a lot of different facts. It's not like an English class where you have to read a lot of different books. Instead, finance is more like a craft where you learn a certain toolkit. These tools allow you to evaluate many different complex problems and decisions that you might face later in your career. So learning finance is a little bit like learning to ride a bike. I can't teach you to ride a bike just by showing you a bunch of PowerPoint slides. Instead, to learn how to ride a bike, you have to get on the bike and practice. You might fall at first, but then you get up and keep on going. And learning finance is a little bit like that. You won't just have a bunch of PowerPoint slides. Instead, this class will be heavily on practicing how to solve real-world financial problems. In class, we will go through case examples. We will practice how to use the tools from class to solve decisions that real firms face. The third question is, what do students say are the most valuable things that you can learn from this class? So in finance, we really strive to give students concrete tools that you can use once you enter the job market. After this class, you will know how companies make financial decisions. You will know how interest rates work, how the interest rate affects the economy. You will know about stocks, which stocks that are safe, which stocks that are risky. Most of all, you will have a toolkit that will allow you to evaluate all types of financial decisions. You will be able to apply these tools to evaluate investment decisions, to analyze financing decisions, all types of complex corporate decisions. This class is obviously relevant if you are a finance major or a minor, but it's also highly relevant if you're just interested in how do financial markets and the economy works. So many of my former students, they don't work in finance or in a bank. Some have gone on to work in consulting, marketing, they work in policy in Washington, D.C., or they work in technology in Silicon Valley. Maybe they work in management. In all of these different career paths, they face decisions that are related to finance. And for those questions and decisions, they can use tools from this class. That's all from me. Thanks a lot for listening, and I hope to see you in class.